Allison over at This Amazing Life, and I wanted to go through what we are doing for our social studies curriculum this year. I have a lot, so hopefully this won't be too long of a video. First, we're doing for geography, we're doing book 1, grade 1 daily geography practice. Has 36 maps, and then it has 2 questions Monday through Friday that you would answer. So like a drawing of a place from above is a bed or a map. Or this map shows Joey's bedroom or living room. So as a map is a drawing from place up from above, and this shows a picture of a map of his bedroom. We are going to use this just going through once a week. Just go through these questions. I mean, this won't take entirely too long at all to do. I think doing this 5 days a week, it would just take forever to get it out in and out. So we're going to just do this 1 day a week. For history, we are doing a curriculum called The American Story. Oh, there's a glare from the light. It's The American Story. This is from Winterpromise. Winterpromise is a neat company. It's not very, I don't think, well known, but it has a lot of reading like from Sunlight, but it has the hands-on parts that I don't think Sunlight does very well at. So this curriculum is meant from like kindergarten to 7th grade, and it goes from the discovery of America to the 1860. So I'll give you a quick peek at this curriculum. It's 36 weeks for 4 days a week. It starts out and it shows you everything that you need. And to do this curriculum, if you buy the set, everything is a printable. And so you just print it out and it has everything that you need. So you need the guide, it has text, like their books. And you need the first one, it actually is separated into 2 parts. It has the American Story Journal, which is like their interactive pages. Has Build the American Story, where you can print these things on cardstock and you can build like buildings and stuff. And has Live the American Story, and this is kind of just like links to like videos and things, like interactive things to watch. So there's that. It shows what to do if you have younger students, what to do for older students. It has adventure reading that you would do for each grade. It has library book suggestions, and it goes through a lot on getting to know the curriculum and how to use it. Several pages of that. It's Charlotte Mason based. With that, it has timeline cards that you can do. I printed this curriculum out and then had it spiral bound up. An office store, which is my latest obsession to do this. I want to spiral bound everything. So I'll show you if I can get there, the first week. So it's set up for, like I said, 4 days a week. And then it has, if you have older students, you could just tell them that's what they need to do, their independent assignments. Begin, and notebooking pages. But again, my kids are little, so we'll be going through this at a snail's pace. It spends 2 days here on Native American. It spends a day on the Vikings, and then a day on Christopher Columbus. And it has assignments to do in the journal. You have a reading assignment. It actually has like an art curriculum, which I haven't really looked at that. We're not gonna have time to do that this year, but it came in our set. So our text, this is 1/2 of the text that you need. It's 2 sets that I printed and had bound. This light. So, show you the first week. Starts talking about the different tribes in the United States by their geographic area, like Native Americans in the West and in the East. So essentially you're kind of supposed to just read this to your child. So what I plan on doing is kind of giving this as a base and then finding books from the library or Amazon. I just got this book, Native American Indians. It was like $4 on Amazon. I used my Bing rewards to get that. And if you don't know what Bing rewards are, if you sign up for an account, you have to have like a Microsoft account. And if you use all your searches on Bing, it gives you can usually earn like $5 a month. So I buy a lot of stuff using that, and I do swag bucks too to get Amazon gift cards. I'll leave links for those in below. But that's how I do a lot of my curriculum. I usually get a few gift cards a month. So this has all of the tribes, and it's in a more picture book theme. So I think Amelia will respond better to that this year. So we're going to supplement with a lot of books from the library, more picture books. So we'll spend some time on reading that, and then I'll show you the journal pages. I've just printed it out, and I haven't figured out how I'm going to store this, because you print and cut and things out. So like for Native Americans, it talks about the Native American pictographs, and then you could make your own pictograph or to tell a story using the pictographs. It has decorate a zuni pot, which talks about like the southwestern tribes. Life in a Pueblo village. So these you cut out and you make kind of a village. I think Amelia will enjoy making a little village. This is like a worksheet about the tribes in the West. A map of the tribes. This is like a game and the tribes in the East, and make a map, like label them. So if your kids are older, this will definitely be really interesting. I don't know if Amelia will really be labeling things. And then also the first week we talk about the Vikings, and you can make a Viking house. They actually have science included, like experiments with it, and they talk about Christopher Columbus, like make hardtack. So we'll kind of go through this at a snail's pace. This curriculum, I need to find the page that shows how it's broken apart. It spends, I think it kind of goes through some things a little quicker, and then it spends like 8 weeks on colonial America, and it kind of goes through all the different people and their workers that would live there and how they would do their job. But we live like an hour from Williamsburg, so I don't know if we'll spend a week, like 8 weeks on colonial America. We can just, visit colonial Williamsburg. But it spends goes through quickly, like a day on Jamestown and a day on Plymouth, like in the Pilgrims. So I think we'll probably break this apart, because I also have I got I don't know how to say their names, the Do-All Air books. So I have Leaf the Lucky, Columbus, Pocahontas, Benjamin Franklin, George Washington. I have a Betsy and Julio Maestro book, A More Perfect Union, about the Constitution, Abraham Lincoln, and I have Buffalo Bill. So we'll be supplementing with a lot of reading, and then whenever we want to do the extra stuff in here, then we can certainly do that. And I probably think we'll spend a year or two on this early American history, but I think we'll really enjoy it. We live in Virginia, I've talked about, so there's just a whole lot of history in Virginia, and we're like 2 hours from DC and like 4 hours from Philadelphia, so there's a lot we can learn right here in this area. So I think we'll be doing a lot of field trips and kind of going around and exploring that around us. So that's going to be our American history. If you have any questions, please comment below and I'll try my best to answer them. They just updated this curriculum like a month ago. They came out with this new one. So, and then we're also doing a curriculum more for our cultural. We are doing a curriculum called Kindergarten Around the World. It is from Build Your Library. This is a super gentle curriculum. It can kind of stand alone if you wanted to add like phonics and math, but we are going to do a little bit more with it. This is a 30-week curriculum for 5 days a week. Flip through this a little bit. I'll show you this first week. So the weeks are set up. It gives you a grid, if I could get there, for what to do the 5 days. And then it shows you week 1, day 1. So the first week you read a book called Me on the Map. And Amelia and I actually did some of this curriculum last year, and then we kind of just took a break from it. So she really enjoyed it, so I've just made a commitment that we're going to do it because she really wants to do it. So you start reading this Me on the Map. We never bought it. We just watched a YouTube video. It has your child can draw a map of their home. You read the book, How to Make an Apple Pie and See the World, and it has your atlas pages. And I'll show you what you need for this curriculum. So this is the Animal Atlas. This is kind of your science component of it, from National Geographic. And then you also have the Beginner's World Atlas that you look to find the different info. And then you use the book Children Just Like Me. Now, I bought this book before I bought this curriculum, and now they updated it in 2016, and this curriculum uses the updated version. So I just found it on eBay for like $6, the new one, with free shipping. So we're gonna get that. And I had got this from the library whenever we were going through this. I just wanted to show you the book, but it's the updated version if you're gonna do this curriculum. So they go through the continents. So the first 4 weeks you are doing North America, and you kind of start focusing on Mexico. So they use this Usborne Stories from Around the World, just to get little stories from there. And then it has picture book suggestions. And we also have Give Your Child the World. So we'll get picture books suggestions from this book. And you do art. You can do like art little projects from around the world, art and activities. I bought this used for like $6, something not very expensive. And then each week you read like a poem out of Eric Carle's Animals. This book was at our library, but I just bought it because it was inexpensive, but it has poems, and then he's illustrated with his unique style. So just to add a little poetry in there. So and then it has each continent you go through. So you go through North America, and then for 4 weeks, and not each week you're kind of spinning around in a country. So the first continent, that first 4 weeks, it has a literature. So we are actually going to read The Little House in the Big Woods. I bought the colored edition just because I thought Amelia would enjoy reading the pictures. This is going to be our first really kind of big read aloud, and it's so over 4 weeks, so we'll incorporate that into our morning time. And again, what you do, it has like extra activities like bake your own bread and make your own butter. And so like the first day you would read the Children Just Like Me page, so it's 2 pages on North America, and then you would read 12 pages in The Little House in the Big Woods. And the second day, you would start focusing on Mexico, so reading Children Just Like Me, reading more in The Little House. You can bake bread, read some pages in the poetry book, and you could do an optional art project. So it's very gentle. It won't take us too much time to do this. I'm even considering getting the book on tape, on CD, so we can listen to it in the car, because we are in the car a lot. If you watch our vlogs, you know that. So this won't be too long. And I'm not a huge, I'm going to start this summer because she really enjoys it. We made this passport when we were starting to do it, so we'll fill it in with our countries that we have. And I was pulling this out and Millie was like, let's do it now. And I was like, well, we're going to start it, I promise. So we'll start it this summer. It's a 30-week program. So hopefully we can get a good chunk of it put away this year, and then before we start doing the rest of our curriculum. So this, you know, we can take our time through this. I mean, I really just want to get books from the library, incorporate some global things, and not that I want Amelia to know these facts, but I just want her to be exposed to, you know, different cultures around the world. So that is what we are doing for social studies. It looks like a lot, and it kind of is, and we'll see how when we really get started how we're going to work all this out. And I've talked about that this is Amelia's technically her kindergarten year, but we're kind of doing first grade work. So if it takes us, you know, 2 years to get all this done, we are not going to stress, because she's going to be right on target for where she is. So that is what you're doing. If you like this video, please give us a big thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe, and any questions below, leave a comment. Thank you.